Hello, my friends. Welcome back to day 2. Today we're going to be discussing fibers. This is my series for new wig wearers. I am going to leave timestamps down below in case you watched yesterday, you don't want to see the intro, and you just want to jump into the fibers. The reason I am doing this series is because I recorded a series about 3 years ago, I think it was, when I have been wearing wigs for about a year. It was the new wig wearers, the beginning wig wearer series, I believe I had called it, and it was about 20 minutes long. Then I was watching a gal that I follow on YouTube, and it's for content creators, and she talks a lot about editing process and videos and those kinds of things. And one thing she said was, take a video about something that can be helpful to your viewers and break it up and just do a series on it. So that's what I'm doing today. As many of you know, I am the lead admin for Franny's Hair private Facebook group. I did ask in the group what questions did new wig wearers have, and what questions did they have as new wig wearers. So today we're going to talk about fibers. There are 4 different fibers that I'd like to talk to you about, because there is a difference in the maintenance and on how they last, the care, and how they react to the environment. So I'm going to start out with your regular synthetic fibers. This is regular synthetics, what I'm wearing right now. This is Touch by Ellen Villa in the color Tobacco Rooted. With this wig, I had to go back to my videos to see when I purchased it. I purchased it July of 2020, and as you can see, it has held up really well. However, there's a couple of disclaimers I need to add to this. First of all, I have a lot of wigs, so I always have wigs in rotation. What does that mean? It means that if you have a few wigs in rotation, you're not wearing the same wig for 8 hours to 10 hours every day. And that is going to extend the life of your wig. So if you're able to have 3 or 4 wigs in your rotation, they're going to last a little bit longer than if you just have one that you wear every day. So it could be the difference between the wig lasting you 2 or 3 months and lasting you a year or 2. So something to take into consideration. Maintenance has to be taken into consideration as well. How well do you care for your fibers? So let's start off with regular synthetic fibers. The fibers cannot be altered. You can't change the style. Well, that's not true. You can change it to some extent with steam. You can't add a hot tool. You can't use a hot tool like a flat iron or a curling iron to regular synthetic fibers. However, you can use steam. If I take a comb and I take some steam, I could just steam it and I could straighten it all the way. Then if I wanted to curl it, I would have to use rollers, regular rollers, and leave it on for 24 hours or 48 hours in order to try to get that curl back. I do not suggest it, but if you are a stylist, as I am not, then you may want to give it a try. Personally, all I do with my regular synthetic fibers is I use, on my wavies, I only use a wide tooth comb. If I were to brush this wig, I would lose some of the waves, and I may end up with some frizz. That's the first thing. So with your wavy, you want to make sure that you comb it. It doesn't matter if it's a pixie. It doesn't matter if it's a mid-length or a long. Always a wavy, regular synthetics, you want to use a wide tooth comb. I just have this one is from Estetica. You can use any wide tooth comb. It doesn't matter which one it is. The other thing with regular synthetic fibers, we don't have to wash them as frequently. Actually, none of the wigs you have to wash very frequently. Manufacturers, whether it's for regular synthetics, for heat friendly, for human hair, for blends, it doesn't matter which one it is, all manufacturers recommend washing every 6 to 8 wears, and each wear being at least 10 hours. So if I only wore this for 2 hours today and 2 hours tomorrow, I could wait, I don't know, 4 or 5 months before I have to wash it. But if you wear it 8 hours every day for 10 days, then you're going to want to wash it. Someone asked me in the Facebook group if they should be using a dry shampoo in between washings, and the answer is no. A dry shampoo is good to eliminate some of the shine. However, too much dry shampoo is going to do just that. It's going to dry out the fibers. So less is more. For my regular synthetic fibers and my heat-friendly fibers, I use Estetica shampoo and conditioner. Just a drop, cool water in the basin, add a dime-sized amount of the shampoo, whisk it around to make sure that it's dissolved, and then dip in my wig for no more than 5 minutes. Wash the lace. That is for my non-hand tied. That's just for regular synthetic fibers. If you have a hand tied, it's best to wash it under cool running water, and I'll leave that for a future within the next few days. But at the end of the day, the only thing I do to my regular synthetic fibers is I was using the John Renault Smooth Detangler, just a little spray at the nape, and then with my wide tooth comb I would comb it through, and that was it. Then I would apply some Estetica Revitalize and Shine, just a few mists on it, and hang it up. That was it. That's all this wig has seen in the 4 years or so. Now what I'm using is the Tresallure Dual Conditioner. It will do the same thing as both those products. Spray the nape, use your wide tooth comb, starting at the end, just comb through until you have no tangles at all. And you can do this as well with your pixies or your mid-length, it doesn't matter. And then use your dual leave-in conditioner again, just a light spray, nothing else. If it's been hot and you just want to refresh your wig a little bit, I just discovered this product. I think I got it on Amazon, I believe. And this is the Refresh from Hair You Wear. It has a very, very light scent after I detangle my wig. Or if it's a pixie, after I just comb through it a little bit, I'll just take some of the Refresh, just spray a little bit through the cap and hang it up to dry, and that's it. The next fiber I want to talk about is the heat-friendly fibers. These require a bit more maintenance, and maybe tomorrow I will have the video on how to care for my heat-friendly fibers. But basically, your heat-friendly fibers will require some heat at some point. It's not as tedious as many may think. It could just be some steam if you like, if it's a wavy such as Newport. So just a little bit of steam at the ends will do it. If you feel that the ends are getting too dry, I don't allow my heat-friendly fiber to get very dry and brittle. And I'll tell you what I do in just a moment. So the other thing you could do, obviously, is straighten it with a flat iron. Just use water, divvy it up into sections, use the flat iron, and then use a curling iron to put the curl back in. Personally, I'm not a stylist. I don't do any of that. So what do I do? Once again, my heat-friendly fibers. These do not last as long as my regular synthetics. They just don't. They're more fragile, but you can extend the wear by having a few wigs in rotation and with the maintenance that you give. So I use the same Estetica shampoo and conditioner to wash. Again, about every 60 to 80 hours of wear. Don't wash it anymore. These do not, they go through a different process than your regular synthetic fibers, so you're not going to have the shine. Therefore, dry shampoo is not necessary. At the end of the day, all of my heat-friendly fibers, a wide tooth comb. Doesn't matter if it's wavy, it doesn't matter if it's straight. Unlike my regular synthetic fibers where you can use a wire brush on your straight styles, not on your wavies. On your heat-friendly fibers, use only a comb. Only that wide tooth comb, because the fibers can stretch back. When I take my wig off at the end of the day, again, John Renault's Smooth Detangler or the Dual Conditioner from Tressalure, just a little bit at the nape, a light mist, hang it up to dry, and that's it. About every 3 wears or so, I will take Simply Stylin'. This is, I don't know, about a year old. And just one spray on your hand, not on the wig. Rub your hands together and just run it through the ends. That's it. That's all that's needed, and that is sufficient to maintain those, to prevent those ends from getting dry and brittle. Just a little bit, and that's enough. That's all we need. The next fiber that I want to talk to you about is the blends. These are HD fibers blended with human hair. The ones that I have are by Ellen Villa. These are, if I'm not mistaken, they're 60-40. 60% HD fibers, 40% human hair. The nice thing about the human hair blend is that they are going to last longer than the HD fibers. Unlike 100% human hair, where you wash the wig and then you have to style it, the blend is, you're going to style it. If, let's say, you wanted to add curls, it's going to stay that way even after washing. Also, with these blends, they do have a much higher price point than our synthetics or our HD fibers. However, they can be worn every day for a year, maybe even 2 years, and they will maintain with daily wear. Unlike, you can't do that with synthetics, whether it's HD or regular fibers. The blends, like I said, will have a higher price point, and they do last long, and they don't require as much maintenance. My Advance is over a year old from Ellen Villa. Worn it lots, went on the trip with me to Spain, and I don't do anything to it. I give it a wash, and that's it. That's all I do. I haven't even applied any heat to it. You can if you want to, or if you start seeing the ends getting a little dry. But honestly, if you use some Simply Stylin', just every 3 or 4 wears, just at the ends like I just mentioned, that'll be sufficient. The last one is our human hair. And the human hair will have the highest price point than all of these. They will last 2 to 3 years, maybe more, with everyday wear. You can wear it every day, 8 to 10 hours, and there won't be any issue with them. The downside or the con to the human hair is the price. That's first and foremost. They can cost anywhere from, depending where you purchase them, anywhere from $800 to thousands of dollars, depending on the brand, depending on a lot. There's a lot to take into consideration. But with human hair, while they last longer, so it's kind of, okay, do I want to wear the same wig every day for 2 or 3 years and spend let's say $1,500, or do I want to change my wigs more often? If you like to change your wig more often, that might not be the way for you to go. If you are someone that you just want to wear one wig and that's it, and your budget allows it, then human hair is great. The con to it is that it's going to react to the environment. For example, here in Florida, in the summer heat, I put on a human hair wig, and my human hair wig will get frizzy. So that's something to take into consideration. The other thing, you have to be careful when you purchase a human hair wig, because if it's not Remy, Remy indicates that all the cuticles are going in the same direction. Then what happens is you wash it and you have a frizz ball. So it's better to pay, in my opinion, better to pay a little bit more, and for you to be able to wash it, maybe just have a slight wave to it where you just have to go over it with a flat iron if that's what you choose to do, or it looks pretty, right? With air dry. Something else to take into consideration. The other thing that we need to remember with human hair wigs is that you can style it. You go, you add curls, you love it, it's beautiful, it's perfect. You wash it, that's gone. Unlike the blends or the HD fibers, which will last even, the style will remain even after washing. Human hair wigs are not that way. It's just like our own bio hair. You wash it, the style is gone, you need to restyle it again. So those are just some things to keep in mind. I do want to mention that for my human hair wigs, I do use Olaplex, the line Olaplex that you can get I get it at Sephora, where it's the shampoo and conditioner and all of that. You could use whatever shampoo you like. I just feel that the Olaplex works really well for my human hair blends, because I do have Ellen Villa, and it doesn't matter whatever brand you have. I use the one from Beauty Mark for my blends. All right, that is day 2 of my beginners wig wearing series. Let me know if you have any questions. Leave them down below in the comments and I'll get right back to you. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.